You said you could see the future.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Okay.
You could see the future of dentistry. You believe that?
I believe that. So my background is such that I've been in a number of other industries for 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
So I've worked in healthcare, I've worked in hospitals, I've worked in Fortune 500 companies. So I've looked from a different perspective, and when you're out there in a different perspective, you can look from the outside in, and that gives you a piece of the future that you're able to do that.
Okay.
And
all right.
so I have a capacity to see what's coming. I can predict the tsunami.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You can predict the future.
Right.
All right. Okay.
So now, you specifically, probably not, but in general, or the things that are going to change, absolutely.
Okay. The business of dentistry. Okay. So how has it changed briefly, where it's been, where it is now, and definitely where it's going as you see it?
Okay. For the last 100 years, it's been small solo practice or maybe one partner, and that was sufficient in the system or the context that it was in. The context has changed, and by the way, context is decisive. So the context has changed, the system has changed, and solo or small partner practices will no longer have the viability that they did in the old context.
Okay. And in the old days, I guess any dentist could just put up a sign and they would get business.
Correct.
And that's changing.
That's changed.
Okay. And so where it is today is what?
Today is a mix where the dentists are holding desperately on to the past, hoping that things will get better, which they're not going to get better.
Interesting.
Okay, so the change is dramatic. It's irreversible. When was the last time you saw a payphone?
It's been a while.
Okay, well, what happened?
It is outdated.
Right. Same thing is going to happen in dentistry with solo practice. So what's going to occur is that the economy, the system is going to call for a much larger capacity to treat more patients at a better cost, which can't be done by solo practitioners.
And you say they're hanging on to the past.
Right.
Elaborate on that. Like they're resistant to change.
Well, we were in front of an audience, and I have a program called Future Strategies, which is preparing dentists for the future, to give them the news about what's happening, about the systems, about the context, about their new competition, which is dramatic, by the way.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that the anger in the room is pretty significant. The volume of responses at Q&A are not. I don't get a lot of love, Randy, in this world.
I mean, are you one of these guys that actually has to tell them the truth, that if they want things to change, they have to change?
Right.
And they don't want to hear that?
No, they do not. Well,
some of them don't want to hear
change causes upset. So people don't want to be upset. And the first slide in my PowerPoint presentation is the one about the difference between the messenger and the message, because they really need to get the message. It's altered. It's changed. It's not going to go back to the way it was.